Welcome. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of genetic engineering in plants. This field has revolutionized agriculture and plant science, allowing us to modify plants at the genetic level for improved traits. From boosting crop yields to enhancing resistance against pests and diseases, genetic engineering has opened up new possibilities. In this video, we'll explore how genetic engineering works, its benefits, challenges, and the impact it has on our daily life. Let's start by understanding what genetic engineering actually means and why it's so important in the context of plants. Genetic engineering refers to the direct manipulation of an organism's DNA using biotechnology. In plants, this means scientists can add, remove, or alter specific genes to achieve desired characteristics. Unlike traditional breeding, which relies on crossing plants over generations, genetic engineering allows for precise and targeted changes. This technology has enabled the development of crops that grow faster, resist harsh conditions, and even provide better nutrition. Understanding this concept is key to appreciating the advances we see in modern agriculture. Journey of genetic engineering in plants began in the 1970s, when scientists first discovered how to transfer genes between organisms. Early breakthroughs included the development of the first genetically modified GM plants in the 1980s. Since then, the technology has rapidly advanced, leading to the commercial release of GM crops like soybeans, corn, and cotton. These milestones have shaped the way we grow and consume food today, making genetic engineering a cornerstone of modern agriculture. Modifying plant genes involves several steps. First, scientists identify the gene responsible for a desired trait, such as drought tolerance. Next, they isolate this gene and insert it into the plant's DNA using techniques like gene guns or bacterial vectors. The modified plant cells are then grown into full plants, which are tested for the new trait. This process allows for precise control over the plant's characteristics, making it possible to develop crops with specific benefit. Several tools are used in plant genetic engineering. One common method is agrobacterium-mediated transformation, where a natural soil bacterium transfers genes into plant cells. Another is the gene gun, which shoots tiny DNA-coded particles into plant tissue. More recently, CRISPR-Cas9 technology has enabled even more precise gene editing. These tools have made it easier and faster to develop genetically engineered plants with improved traits. There are many reasons to genetically modify plants. The main goals include increasing crop yields, improving resistance to pests and diseases, and enhancing tolerance to environmental stresses like drought or salinity. Genetic engineering can also be used to improve the nutritional content of crops, making them healthier for consumers. By addressing these challenges, genetic engineering helps ensure food security and sustainability for a growing global population. One of the biggest benefits of genetic engineering is the ability to boost crop yields. By introducing genes that promote faster growth or greater productivity, scientists have developed crops that produce more food per acre. This is especially important in regions where land and resources are limited. Higher yields mean more food can be grown on the same amount of land, helping to feed more people and reduce hunger worldwide. Genetic engineering has enabled the development of plants that are resistant to pests and diseases. By inserting genes from other organisms such as bacteria, scientists can create crops that produce their own natural pesticides. This reduces the need for chemical pesticides, which can be harmful to the environment and human health. Disease-resistant plants are also less likely to suffer from crop losses, ensuring a more stable food supply. Plants often face environmental stresses like drought, extreme temperatures, and poor soil conditions. Genetic engineering allows scientists to introduce genes that help plants survive and thrive under these challenging conditions. For example, drought-tolerant crops can grow with less water, making agriculture possible in arid regions. This not only helps farmers but also conserves valuable natural resources. Genetic engineering can also be used to enhance the nutritional value of crops. For example, scientists have developed rice varieties with higher levels of vitamin A known as golden rice. These biofortified crops can help address nutrient deficiencies in populations that rely heavily on staple foods. By improving the nutritional content of plants, genetic engineering contributes to better health and well-being. Another important application is the development of herbicide-tolerant crops. These plants can survive applications of specific herbicides that kill weeds, making weed control easier for farmers. This reduces the need for tilling and other labor-intensive practices, leading to more efficient and sustainable farming. However, it's important to manage herbicide use carefully to prevent the development of resistant weeds. Genetic engineering can help reduce food waste by making crops more resistant to spoilage and damage during transport. For example, genetically modified tomatoes can be engineered to ripen more slowly, extending their shelf life. This means less food is lost between the farm and the consumer, which is crucial for improving food security and reducing environmental impact. Some of the most widely grown genetically modified crops include soybeans, corn, cotton, and canola. These crops have been engineered for traits like herbicide tolerance and pest resistance. In addition, there are GM papayas resistant to viruses and potatoes that bruise less easily. These examples show how genetic engineering can address specific agricultural challenges and improve food quality. Golden rice is a well-known example of genetic engineering aimed at improving nutrition. Scientists inserted genes from other plants to enable rice to produce beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. This innovation helps combat vitamin A deficiency, which can cause blindness and other health issues in developing countries. Golden rice demonstrates the potential of genetic engineering to address global health challenges. Cotton is another success story in plant genetic engineering. By introducing a gene from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, scientists created cotton plants that produce a natural insecticide. This reduces the need for chemical pesticides, lowers production costs, and increases yields. Bt cotton has been widely adopted in countries like India and China, benefiting millions of farmers. Before genetically modified plants are released to the public, they undergo rigorous testing. Scientists evaluate their safety for human consumption, environmental impact, and effectiveness of the introduced traits. These tests are conducted in controlled environments and field trials to ensure that GM plants meet strict regulatory standards. Only after passing these tests can GM crops be approved for commercial use. Regulation of genetically modified crops varies by country. In many places, government agencies review scientific data to assess the safety and environmental impact of GM plants. These regulations are designed to protect consumers and the environment while allowing innovation to continue. Transparency and public engagement are important aspects of the regulatory process. Genetically engineered plants have sparked public debate around the world. Some people are concerned about the safety of GM foods, potential environmental risks, and ethical considerations. Others see genetic engineering as a vital tool for addressing food security and sustainability. Open dialogue and transparent communication are essential for building trust and understanding between scientists, policymakers, and the public. Ethical questions are central to the discussion about genetic engineering in plants. Issues include the right to know what's in our food, the ownership of genetic resources, and the potential impact on small farmers. Balancing innovation with ethical responsibility is a challenge that requires careful thought and inclusive decision-making. These considerations shape the future direction of plant genetic engineering. Environmental concerns about genetically engineered plants include the potential for gene flow to wild relatives, the development of resistant pests or weeds, and impacts on biodiversity. Scientists and regulators work to minimize these risks through careful monitoring and management practices. Ongoing research helps ensure that genetic engineering remains a safe and sustainable tool for agriculture. Genetic engineering in plants has significant economic implications. It can lower production costs for farmers, increase crop yields, and create new market opportunities. However, there are also concerns about the concentration of seed ownership among a few large companies. Ensuring that the benefits of genetic engineering are shared fairly is an ongoing challenge for policymakers and industry leaders. Intellectual property rights play a major role in plant genetic engineering. Companies that develop genetically modified seeds often patent their inventions, which can affect farmers' ability to save and replant seeds. This has sparked debates about access to technology and the rights of farmers. Finding a balance between rewarding innovation and ensuring access is a key issue in this field. Many countries require genetically modified foods to be labeled, giving consumers the choice to decide what they eat. Labeling policies vary, with some requiring detailed information and others opting for voluntary disclosure. Clear labeling helps build consumer trust and allows people to make informed decisions about their food. Global trade of genetically modified crops is a complex issue. Some countries embrace GM technology while others restrict or ban imports of GM products. These differences can affect international trade relationships and market access for farmers. Harmonizing regulations and standards is important for ensuring fair and efficient trade in agricultural products. Future of genetic engineering in plants is full of promise. Advances in gene editing technologies like CRISPR are making it easier to develop crops with precise traits. Scientists are exploring ways to create plants that can fix their own nitrogen, resist multiple stresses, and even produce pharmaceuticals. As research continues, we can expect even more innovative solutions to global challenges. CRISPR-Cas9 is a revolutionary gene editing tool that allows scientists to make precise changes to plant DNA. Unlike older methods, CRISPR is faster, more accurate, and less expensive. This technology is opening up new possibilities for developing crops with improved traits, such as disease resistance, better nutrition, and enhanced growth. CRISPR is shaping the next generation of plant genetic engineering. Synthetic biology combines engineering principles with biology to design and construct new biological parts and systems. In plants, this means creating entirely new traits or metabolic pathways that don't exist in nature. For example, scientists are working on plants that can produce valuable chemicals or medicines. Synthetic biology expands the potential of genetic engineering far beyond traditional breeding. Gene drives are a new genetic engineering technique that can spread specific genes through plant populations more rapidly than traditional inheritance. This could be used to control invasive species or enhance beneficial traits in wild plants. However, gene drives also raise ecological and ethical questions, so their use is being carefully studied and regulated. Precision agriculture uses technology to optimize crop production and resource use. Genetic engineering plays a key role by providing crops tailored to specific environments and farming practices. Combined with data analytics and smart farming tools, precision agriculture can increase efficiency, reduce waste, and improve sustainability. This approach is transforming the way we grow food. Gene stacking involves combining multiple beneficial genes into a single plant variety. This can provide crops with resistance to several pests or diseases or tolerance to multiple environmental stresses. Gene stacking maximizes the benefits of genetic engineering and helps farmers manage complex agricultural challenges more effectively. Biofortification is the process of increasing the nutritional value of crops through genetic engineering. This can involve adding vitamins, minerals, or other beneficial compounds to staple foods. Biofortified crops like iron-rich beans or zinc-enhanced wheat can help address malnutrition and improve public health, especially in developing countries. Farming is a term used to describe the use of genetically engineered plants to produce pharmaceuticals, vaccines, or industrial enzymes. By inserting specific genes, scientists can turn plants into biofactories that produce valuable compounds. This approach offers a cost-effective and scalable way to manufacture medicines and other products. One exciting application of plant genetic engineering is the development of edible vaccines. By engineering plants to produce vaccine proteins, scientists hope to create foods that can immunize people against diseases. This could make vaccination more accessible and affordable, especially in regions with limited healthcare infrastructure. Genetically engineered plants can offer environmental benefits, such as reducing the need for chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Crops that fix their own nitrogen or resist pests naturally help lower pollution and conserve resources. These innovations contribute to more sustainable agricultural systems and a healthier planet. While genetic engineering holds great promise, developing countries face unique challenges in adopting these technologies. Issues include limited access to technology, regulatory hurdles, and concerns about seed costs. Addressing these barriers is essential for ensuring that the benefits of genetic engineering reach farmers and communities worldwide. Public research institutions play a vital role in advancing plant genetic engineering. They conduct independent studies, develop new technologies, and ensure that innovations are accessible to all. Collaboration between public and private sectors helps drive progress and ensures that genetic engineering serves the broader public good. Educating the public about genetic engineering is crucial for informed decision-making. Outreach programs, school curricula, and community events help people understand the science, benefits, and risks of genetically engineered plants. Building scientific literacy empowers individuals to participate in discussions and shape the future of agriculture. Consumer choice is an important aspect of the genetic engineering debate. People have different preferences and values when it comes to food. Providing clear information and a variety of options allows consumers to make choices that align with their beliefs and needs. Respecting consumer choice helps build trust in new technologies. Maintaining biodiversity is essential for healthy ecosystems and resilient agriculture. Genetic engineering can support conservation by developing crops that require fewer resources or are adapted to local conditions. However, it's important to monitor and manage the impact of GM plants on wild species and genetic diversity. Organic and genetically modified farming represent different approaches to agriculture. Organic farming avoids synthetic chemicals and GMOs, focusing on natural methods. GM farming uses biotechnology to enhance crop traits. Both systems have advantages and challenges, and some experts believe they can complement each other to create more sustainable food systems. Urban agriculture is growing in popularity, and genetically engineered plants can play a role in making city farming more productive. GM crops designed for compact spaces or with enhanced yields can help urban farmers grow more food in limited areas. This supports local food production and reduces the environmental impact of transporting food over long distances. Climate change poses major challenges for agriculture, including shifting weather patterns and increased stress on crops. Genetic engineering can help plants adapt by introducing traits like heat tolerance or improved water use efficiency. These innovations are essential for ensuring food security in a changing climate. Collaboration between scientists, farmers, policymakers, and industry is key to the success of plant genetic engineering. Sharing knowledge and resources accelerates innovation and ensures that solutions are practical and widely adopted. Working together helps address challenges and maximize the benefits of genetic engineering for society. As we look to the future, genetic engineering in plants will continue to evolve. New technologies, greater understanding of plant biology, and ongoing public dialogue will shape the direction of this field. By working together and embracing innovation, we can create a more sustainable and food-secure world for generations to come. Conclusion: genetic engineering in plants offers tremendous opportunities to improve agriculture, nutrition, and sustainability. While there are challenges and debates, the potential benefits are significant. By understanding the science, engaging in thoughtful discussion, and supporting responsible innovation, we can harness the power of plant genetics to build a better future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of plant genetic engineering.